Hi, my loves, and welcome to my channel. I am so excited that you're here. My name is Kellen Love. I am your reader, your painter, and fairy for today or tonight's reading. And I'm gonna tell you why you are so romantic, okay? We have some sensual vibes tonight, all right? I've got about 10 candles. I'm hoping I don't catch anything on fire. But yeah, I have 4 books to choose from. If this is your first time here, I will show you 4 different options. Whatever one that you resonate, which you're magnetically charged towards, or you can't keep your eyes off, or the one that your finger just wants to click, kind of go off of a little bit more a body decision than a mind decision, if you can. But you'll click the pile that you like the most, and that will be the reading for you, okay? There's 4 books. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah. Why are you so romantic? You know, what makes you juicy? What makes you pleasurable? What makes you kind? What makes you sweet, charismatic? Romance has so much to it. It is like a strategic, you need like strategy for romance. So I think that there's a lot of ways that people are going to interpret that, all right? I'm excited to see how y'all are romantic. All right, so the first book that we have to choose from is the self-realization book, The Science of Self-Realization. And this is a guide to how the soul evolves and realizing yourself and meditation and your nature within the universe in this Vedic Hindu perspective. Then we have Homebody, a poetry book as well, helping with enlightenment, but this is her story of her roots and as all of her poetry books are, liberation, sexual, mental, emotional freedom. Homebody is our second choice. Our third choice is Rumi's Little Book of the Heart. Another book about finding yourself, especially through love and lovers. And then our fourth book is a kind of like I want to say like an encyclopedia. It's a book on all of the goddesses, different goddesses. It's definitely got some weight to it and some beautiful pictures, and it just has a ton of goddesses and their powers and their history, mythology, power, virtue, of each goddess. So recap, we have self-realization, the science of self-realization. So if you're more sciencey, if you like the more sciencey. Homebody, if you like the more homey vibe, poetry, personal story. Rumi's Little Book of the Heart, very sappy and just a bunch of short poems that are dramatic. You're kind of dramatic. You want the drama and the love and passion and the theater of love. And then we have Find Your Goddess, like an encyclopedia about power and virtue and mythology. All right, so those are the options: 1, 2, 3, and 4. Self-Realization, Homebody, Rumi's Little Book of the Heart, and Find Your Goddess book. Okay, so you'll pick one of those in the times in the description box, and those will be your messages, all right? We will get started right after our prayer, so I can dedicate the reading, bless the reading, and call in the energies, and give thanks. Yeah, and then I'll see you at your message, all right? Okay. Dear Heavenly Father and Mother, dear Divine Love, the Great Cosmic Mother, the ultimate consciousness, the source energy that we are all a part of, to the higher selves of me and my viewers, of all of y'all's higher selves, to the energies of love, wisdom, peace, joy, truth, sensuality, expression, expansion, knowledge, freedom, justice, art, beauty, love, like all of those energies and all of the entities that are part of those energies. To my angels, my spirit guides, my fairies, my loved ones, my ancestors, my soul family, to my fellow stars, thank you for being here. I ask you to thread yourself into this reading, to bless this reading, to bless me, to bless my viewers, to bless my words, to bless my cards, to bless the message entirely. Thank you for being here. Thank you for helping me stay dedicated to love, peace, and wisdom. And thank you for the connection. And thank you for blessing this space and helping me channel your energy through me. In the name of love, amen. Ashe, so mote be. Let's go. All right? Okay. Okay, if you picked pile number 1, the Science of Self-Realization pile, then this is your reading. These are your messages, okay? And I'm just going to flip through this a little bit to get some idea about what makes you so romantic. What makes you so romantic is your capacity to like handle chaos. You can, I'm just jumping right in if you couldn't tell, but your ability, your capacity to handle a lot of chaos is very romantic because you can hold so much space for other people, and it's like you're very reasonable and logical. You love the science, the underlying like balance of life, and you care about the rhythm and patterns, but just in general, I think that your energy is really expansive. It's very like Aquarius energy, and because you're so expansive and you're thinking in such a way that's like the micro and the macro, your ability to handle like everything in between like it's because you understand the benefit of hitting different extremes, and this ability of or interest in learning about the different extremes of life has you very tolerable to the different ways that people operate, and they're very unique ways. You're very tolerable. And I know that's maybe not the first thing that comes to mind when you think of romance, but it is very sexy to be able to tolerate a lot of different energies. It kind of has to do with adaptability, and it is an open-mindedness, of course, and it's open soul, and it's a confidence in yourself to be able to handle a lot. That's what it is. It's how you can handle a lot. Okay, we got there. Yeah. yeah, you can handle so many different kinds of ways of life, like different cultures, different ways of being, different ways of thinking, different ways of feeling, acting. You can just handle a lot, whether it's like different languages or different mediums of art, or different like majors in college, or at work you can handle a lot of different positions, or you could be good in a lot of different positions. Yeah, but it's this adaptability and this confidence, and it's like, you know who you are, so like different kinds of cultures and stuff is just kind of fuel to your fire to open you up more and think about everything in a bigger, even more expansive way. So you love it. It's sexy, it's romantic, it's accepting and adaptable. Yeah, so it's just romantic. I don't know what to tell you. You could have a lot of people around you wherever you go. You have a lot of friends, or like people are just really drawn to you, and you have, like at work, if you have a lot of associates or a lot of people asking you advice, or people just kind of flock to you. It's very romantic in the way that people can see how you're loved, and how you can love so many people, or you can give yourself to a community. And then it makes it, if you're alone, even more special, because you usually have a lot of people around you wherever you go. So if you're by yourself with someone, just them, it's already romantic. Just your presence, that you're there alone with them, that's already romantic, just because you're giving them your full undivided attention, and the space is just filling up with y'all's energy, you two's energy. You get very personal, and anytime you're very personal, it's already just super romantic, because because you're thinking so big, you normally have a lot of people that are just drawn to that. You help liberate people, and that is so fucking sexy and romantic. It's so romantic that you want to liberate and free people, that you want to expand and elevate people. It's really romantic that's your goal, that's your intention, is that we all elevate, expand, and liberate ourselves. Like any interaction, that's the goal. And that's so fucking romantic because what's more sweet and sexy than being free and letting your energy be bigger and wiser and fuller? Like, hell yeah. All right. What makes this pile so romantic? What makes this pile so romantic? What makes you so romantic, Spirit? What makes this pile so romantic? Whoa, okay. So, yeah. I feel like not doing any reversals for you, and I'm never like that. Okay. Wow. All right. What makes you romantic? And then you get the Lovers. Okay. I mean, you're an amazing lover. You are the perfect partner, the ideal partner. I mean, what's more romantic? You have the sun. You are bright. You are a shining light, a beacon of hope. You are a guide to people on earth. You are open and authentic and adaptable and wise and logical and reasonable. You're hardworking. You have a lot that you harvest because you work hard. So the way you harvest, you like the way that you sweep them M's, the way you are collecting wins you are independent, but so many people are magnetized to you, and you give yourself to the community. So you like turn in your independence for more community, but you do also have this romance, because it's like you are either giving yourself to community or you're by yourself usually. So it's very romantic, like I said, even just you showing up alone and giving somebody your presence. You help people elevate. You help people expand. You help people connect to spirit. You care more about the energetic. You listen, like I said, like you're so open, and you're so like not even phased by the extremes or different things, and that's really sexy, because you just are romantic, because you listen, and nothing really phases you, but you're there for all of that, so people can just open up and express everything to you, and you're good. And you know that life is full of defeat and death and hardship and pain and suffering, and you've hit some of those extremes of it, so you're just available. You're emotionally available when people are not. You help them. You give so much to your community. It's wild how much you give to everybody energetically, and with your advice and your love and your passion and your collaborations. You are so generous, so generous. It is so romantic how generous you are. You're a very generous lover. You give a lot of pleasure. Yeah, you give a lot of pleasure. Woo! All right. Okay. You give a lot. You have a lot to give because you harvest a lot. Your cup overfloweth. So, yeah. All right. What makes you so romantic? This science of self-realization. I want the book back. There we go. What makes the science of self-realization pile so romantic? This is the new deck I just bought. It's like Modern Nirvana. I love it so much. Okay. This is my first time using it, so I'm excited. Oh, you could have a lot of people have a lot of first new times with you. Like you pop a lot of cherries when it comes to literally, or like in sex kind of typical way, but also like just firsts for a lot of stuff, even in business, or like you teach people knowledge and things about themselves. You teach people about the qualities, or you give them new words, or give them new ideas. Yeah, you give people new ideas, and people just have experience a lot of firsts with you because you're so open and adaptable. You allow for a lot of new, brand new opportunities and experiences to just happen. They just come. They're just magnetized to you. So you have a lot of firsts, and you're very open, and you're like, bring it on. Like, that's what I live for. And then especially people that, yeah, if they're maybe kind of more reserved or whatever, you can break that shell. All right. What makes this group so romantic? What makes this group so romantic? I see you like as this very iridescent creature that's like kneeling down. So it's like you're so, like people see you as sparkling. They see you kind of more than human a little bit, or they see this, your energetic spirit self. They see that in you. And then they see you bowing down, and so they're like breathtaking because they're like, this beautiful divine creature is bowing down and serving me. It is very, very romantic. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you have the mask and authentic expression. I was saying adaptable, authentic. I'm getting admirable. Maybe you really wear kind of an egoic, kind of a little bit persona really well, but like for business or whatever, you kind of put on the voice, put on professionalism, but you can take it off and you're very authentic. Or it could just be that you've gone through a lot of spiritual awakening, or that your romantic thing is taking off your mask. That's what you do for people that you love. You take it off. And it's very, but I'm also getting that you're very authentic, like in general, with your business, friends, business. You're very authentic. I think that you do have this ability to put on what face you need to put on. But you get raw with it as well. So yeah, it's very romantic. All right. And then, you can just handle a lot. All right. Last few cards. Well, okay, we have a couple more decks. What makes this pile so romantic? You're the gem. You're the gem of your friend group, of just how people view you. Just how people view you is a gem. You got the cave as well. So maybe, it takes a lot for people to really get to that raw part, I think. It's like you put out yourself authentically, but to get close to that is different. Like, to actually let people get close to you may let your honest self, authentic self be seen a lot, but not a lot of people get close to it. And so it's just romantic when people can get close to you, and because you're in this cave and you protect your diamond, you protect yourself, your spirit, as you should. But you're a light, and when you come out, you are shining bright. Okay, what makes you so romantic? Wow, so you really know how to surrender to energy, surrender to those people. That's why it's so adaptable, and you just have these different perspectives on life. And organized. So you could also be very organized, and the way your mind works is so, like, there's a very distinct method to the madness. Okay. People just think the way you operate, the way that you kind of strategize is very romantic. You think long term, you prioritize really well. You prioritize people, or when you prioritize them, it's very romantic. And your way of being able to see different perspectives is so romantic. I just keep wanting to say it's so sexy. Like, you're just sexy. Okay. What makes you so romantic? What makes this group so romantic? So you could really, people think so highly of you, but you also see a lot of beauty in the dark, kind of ugly places, and that's very surprising to people. It's very romantic how you're so accepting. Like, if you come into somebody's house and it's dirty, you don't see the dirt, you're not judging them, you're not pointing that out. You're very still diplomatic and respectful, and you point out the good, and you recognize them for the good parts, for the gems of them. Like, you're a gem, so you see through gem-like vision. So you see the good in people, and maybe you're kind of misunderstood, and it's just super romantic that you care less about being misunderstood and more about your principles and your morals and your purpose than people or society viewing you a certain way. You're more focused on really what you're doing, especially for your community. Yeah, and then you don't care if you move at a slow pace, and that could be very romantic, essentially, sexually, however, or with your words, or like your art, your craft, or something like that. You don't care that you're not moving at the pace that society maybe kind of pressures us to move. You're moving at your own pace. Yeah, and then you just help people let go. The people that really don't want to let go, you kind of melt their glaciers, and as you surrender, you're giving an example, and you're just such a refreshing unexpected place that they get this flip of perspective and this feeling of letting go. It can also be why people are so magnetized and addicted to you too, though. So, be careful. All right. Yeah, you are really good with balance. And, ooh, you got sex and intimacy. Wow. Okay. Sex and intimacy? Very fucking sexy. Like, what? What makes you romantic? It's this logical mind that gets so physical and sexy, and you take your time. Like, oof. It's kind of stoic. Like, you don't have a lot of emotion in your eyes, maybe. So that's kind of what's so unexpected about it. Is that you're such a good lover. You're such a good lover. You're such a good pleaser. You're such a good giver. You're such a good role model. Yeah. And then you just give so much. It's this unexpected, you're an unexpected well of sweet, sexy, romantic. Like, they're just like, oh my gosh, the depth that this just goes on forever of how much you can give and love and give and love and give and love and give and love. And then give some advice and like help them upgrade their life. I'm talking about the organized. Like, you just flow and you trust spirit, you trust the universe. So it creates this, like, normally I have to put away the cards, so the next group's cards are not there. Like, the cards from this reading won't be in the other ones. I put them away, but I'm gonna have to put these back because you got all the good cards, I feel like. So I'm gonna have to put some back. But yeah, you just see things so differently, and that's very unexpected and refreshing as well. Is how you just see in these different perspectives, and you just see the good in everything, even though you're kind of stern a little bit and you are just mean business, but then you're so open as well. It's really cool. It's very sexy. All right, I love you so much. Thank you for letting me read for you. I absolutely loved it, and I'm so glad that you're here. If you want to support me further, I have social media and tip jars below. Yeah, please tell me that you picked this pile. Let me know a little bit about yourself. If you are a new lover, a subscriber, if you want to get to know each other a little bit more. But yeah, I love you. Thank you for being here. Okay, and I'll see you in another video. Okay, I love you. Bye. Okay, if you picked pile number 2, this homebody poetry book, this is your reading. Let's see if she'll stay. Okay. All right. So hi, welcome. I already love you so much. This energy is absolutely adorable, and I feel at home. Obviously, very grounded, cute. I'm getting you're a good thinker. I think that's funny, that phrasing. But you're very thoughtful, and it's very practically thoughtful. Yeah, your romance has to do with the senses and touch and a lot of eating and smelly good things and really letting people be vulnerable, and acceptance and being a remedy for people is what makes you so romantic. Okay? What makes you so romantic is how you celebrate people and you give people hope. You're romantic in the morning, you're sweet in the morning, people love waking up to you. Your eyes, you're just like you in the sheets is Well, it's romantic, obviously. But especially the mornings. There's something very romantic about you in the morning. Yeah, you celebrate people. The way you celebrate, the way you kind of cheers people and drink and party and give love and affection and just elevate. And I'm hearing like elaborate. Like you help people elaborate on themselves. You get the good and you're like, yes, more of that. Let's help you dive into that. You give people permission to have their own self-pleasure and exploration and to kind of show themselves off a little bit. And that's what's so romantic, is that you let people like peacock and stand in their beauty and stand in their power. And you're like, yes, it's very Leo energy. Of course, Taurus energy is with the home as well, which if you're part of the bull gang, I am Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Sun, Moon, and Venus, all Taurus. But yeah, you are very, very affectionate. Your hugs are probably amazing. Your food is probably amazing. Your words, your life, your clothes are just comfy. Like people have a very comfy vibe. But it's rich. It's full, rich, wholehearted, and fun. You're so fun. You are like a parade. You're like a celebration all in one, okay? You are also could be a little mischievous, and that's really romantic because you kind of play games a little bit with the people that you love the most. It's not like people who are confused about your feelings for them that you play games with. You wouldn't do that with people's hearts or their feelings like that. But once you really are in their heart and they know that you love them, you kind of are mischievous. And people know deep down that it's out of love, and you wouldn't be teasing them and stuff if you didn't want to push them. And you pushing people is kind of how you show your love, maybe, which I'm definitely getting bull energy with that. But yeah, you also can just, like, you can celebrate with people. You can also just sit in silence. Like, you're so comfy to be around. It's not awkward. You're just chilling. And you can sit in silence. You can meditate with people. You can just vibe and listen to music. And it's romantic, all right? You're full of joy, full of color, and people can be sad around you, and you can just chill with it and be there for people. You don't have to do a lot. You can just kind of give them a hug and be there. And that's super romantic, that you can just be with people. Like, you don't even have to say anything. You just be with them. All right? You make people melt. That's what I hear so romantic about you, is that you're so affectionate and you give so much peace and joy and love. And you're so straight up in your compliments that you just make people melt because they know it's real and they know you're so sexy and affectionate. You can just give that out. You can have this kind of daddy energy about you. I'm out of gender. I'm talking about provider energy. I'm talking about kind of dominant energy, but it's sweet and it's affectionate and very, very generous. It's kind of Santa energy. All right, what makes this group so romantic, this homebody group? What makes you so romantic? What makes you so romantic? What makes this group so romantic? I'm really about to start a fire over here. You could be very passionate. Okay. Oh, well, that's funny because I was like, oh, that's you. I was talking about passion, and then you got the King of Wands. But then you actually look, and it's the King of Cups. But he has a giant wand staff thing. But you also got the Page of Wands. So it's wands and cups. It's emotion and passion. What makes you more romantic? I mean, what makes you more romantic than passion and love? Emotion, holding space for emotion, and then being passionate and kind and sexy and beautiful. You could also have really beautiful hair. whatever length, whatever, just your hair is very beautiful. People like the way it moves, they like the texture of it, the way that it looks. Like, there's something that's very aesthetically pleasing about your hair. And people love to feel it. Yeah. You are a rose. You have this dark and light side to you that you just switch back and forth from. That's very romantic. That you can handle both, the light and dark, and people, no problem. You're like, I'm chilling, I'm good. Show me, I don't care. And they're like, I can show you my bad side? And you're like, yeah, it's cool. I'm like, wow. Like, it's so romantic that you can just let people show you their dark side. Okay? You can sit with struggle or problems. You can think about hard things with people, and they go to you to think when they're struggling mentally. And it's very romantic that you can just kind of give this advice and be a teacher to people. That you take the time to teach. You're very healing to people, so they go to you and they know that you'll be in your heart space. They know that you are very connected, divine. They know that your heart is in the right place. They trust you. They trust your heart. Point and simple. Even if you're in your dark energy or whatever, they trust your heart. So anything you do, when it gets down to it, they trust you. Like, I don't know how much more romantic does it get than that, to just be able to trust somebody fully. Like, what? Very rare. Gem. Wow, you got really similar colors. You got the Bardo, the Venom, and the Temple. I'm getting your spicy, salty, sweet, sour. You are all of the flavors. But that's how people know that you're authentic. You have piercing eyes. You're romantic because of your eye contact. When you do give eye contact, you're very intriguing and enticing, and almost you could manipulate, but people, not in a way that's not like consensual. Like, people are aware of your power of, it's like manipulation always has like a kind of a bad connotation, but if you're manipulating energy and matter and emotions into it's like alchemizing, or molding, or like transforming. And if people are aware of this, your power, they're very happy for you to do this with the energy, with their ideas and stuff. You can also handle a lot of darkness, a lot of depth, a lot of death. And to just be able to, like, that is that earthy energy, is that, like, being real and knowing that life is full of death. Life is gritty, dirty, like bad, dark, heavy, and rough. And to be able to just use that as part of your art, you're just kind of gritty. Your romance has to do with kind of like you being able to handle the grit, and you being kind of gritty, or using it to make things kind of just taste better and be sensual. Like, you use it in your art. You're very divine. People can tell you're connected. They can tell that you're a vessel for spirit. They can tell that you are in tune with your mother nature, like channeling. They can tell not to fuck with you. People know not to fuck with you, obviously. Okay? You can handle death. You have your good and your bad side. You're passionate and loving, but like, you're also powerful and confident and secure in yourself. And you're connected to spirit, and you've seen a lot. You've been around. Your soul is old. You're got a lot of tools up your sleeve. You've got weapons if you need them. Like, you're very kind and adorable. As we started, maybe that's how people really first see you, is like kind of adorable. And as they get to know you, they realize how mighty, how intense your soul and your energy really is. And you get people thinking. Like, people are very like stumped when it comes to you, okay? They're like, how are you both of these kind of opposite things so well, so seamlessly together. You're very, you're kind of like a chameleon. You can change, switch up your energy a lot. Alright. What makes this group so romantic? What makes this group so romantic? Woo! What makes this group so romantic? What makes this group so romantic? Wow. Old soul. Your memory, you can have really good memory and you really pay attention to people, as the elephant represents. But this holding this fire, like you bring fire and wisdom from the other dimensions, from the spirit realm, and you bring it in to relationships. You integrate it into the earth, into life, into humanity. You are a leader, a lone wolf. You stand on your own. You're good in your energy. You don't need nobody. You want people, love, and stuff, of course, but you don't need them. You'll figure it out on your own, and that survival kind of grittiness is that been around the block kind of thing. Wow, the way that this lined up. Okay, the otter card, and I'll talk about otters every single time the otter comes up. They are vicious creatures, okay? They look sweet, but they are mob mentality, kind of abusive creatures, okay? Not saying that you're that, but it's the don't fuck with me vibe that people don't realize out of such an adorable package, alright? And then this came up with the Venom card, just saying. Then we have this death, seeing a lot of shit, lone wolf energy, this lone eye. I've seen a lot, experienced a lot in my own, so I know how to handle me and life and the path I'm going down kind of energy. And then we've got the divine, the temple, and the elephant. You're divine, you're independent, and you've got this very tough fighter energy about you. And that dark and light contrast, it's the contrast that makes you so romantic. It's the contrast that intrigues people. Your romance has to do with your intrigue. It's the way you integrate this dark and light side of yours that people are so intrigued by, is your integration of your light and your darkness. Like you do shadow work. They can tell. Okay. What makes you so romantic? What makes this group so romantic? What makes this group so romantic? Yeah, this is literally the card about balancing your inner and outer worlds, squaring the circle. It is about kind of taming, moderating, and balancing. It's knowing thyself. It's realizing the as above, so below, the so within, so without. It's applying that. What makes you so romantic? I knew this card was gonna fucking come out. The Philosopher's Stone. You are intelligent. You are studious. You are passionate. You're curious. You're very curious. And you live in ideas. You believe in ideas. And therefore you will never die. But yeah, you're so wise, so heart-centered. The amount of green in this reading is just beautiful. Like, yeah. Okay, well, there's more. But, yeah, like, yeah. You're so heart-centered, so wise. Like, old soul. Old, independent. That's why you're so independent, is because, like, you've been around the block. You squared the circle a couple times. Alright. You got resistance. Look at how she's handling resistance. She's just balancing it, tossing it up. Like, people can tell this isn't your first rodeo dealing with gravity. Alright? It's not your first rodeo. And that's so romantic, that you are very experienced, that you have a lot of different relationships, that a lot of people have been blessed by your home energy. It's very understandable. And you're mastering things. People can tell that you're mastering things, and that's very romantic, because you're also trying to master romance and love and relationships. And people can tell. that you're working on yourself. You have extremely good discernment, and the way you initiate contact, communication, and physical touch is very romantic. The way you initiate. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. The way you initiate. It's very romantic. All right, what makes this group so romantic? I saw this earlier and I started explaining it, but then anyway, it matches everything. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're adaptable. You're a chameleon. You got the lizard and it's this rainbow. Like you can survive. You have stamina. Okay, last cards. Wow. The way you're clearly tapped in and comfortable in spirituality too is really romantic. And the way you tap into your partner or what your romantic interests. It's very just romantic how you start new things as well. Like you're and the way you invite people to different things is also very romantic. All right, your invitations are very romantic. Okay, what makes you romantic? Last cards. What makes this pile romantic? Okay, you got your logic, your support, the way you renew and help other people renew themselves, your sensitivity, your peace, and your wisdom. Okay? Your logic, your support, the way you renew, you phoenix, you cleanse yourself of your old energies and become new energy, and you do that for other people, is help them get a new energy. Like you clean your house, you clean your energy, you help clean the other people's energy, and you start new. Like new season, new energy, new you. It's very romantic. You're very sensitive. You're very welcoming and warm. You're very, very peaceful. And the peace and wisdom card, I mean, they go together, right? Like wisdom without peace and peace, it's like they're intertwined. Okay. Yeah, and you're so divine and compassionate. All right, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me read for you. Your energy is very pink and green, this like emerald and this pink, very heart-centered. All right, thank you for letting me read for you. Thank you for being here. I hope to see you again soon. Tip jar and socials are down below. And yeah, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Mwah. Bye. All right, if you picked Rumi's Little Book of the Heart, this is your reading. These are your messages. So automatically, you help people find themselves. You help people find their true selves with just being in love. And your romance is such a transformative experience. You could definitely be a mirror in your relationships, and it's romantic about how you adapt yourself or how you reflect others and in your relationships. Like when you love somebody, you pick up a lot of traits after them. But yeah, you're just a reflection. And it's romantic how you reflect back other people's light back to them. It's very romantic how you you let their energy make you shine brighter, and you just both keep bouncing each other's light off of each other. You can do that. But yeah, you reflect back people their love that they give you, and it's very romantic that it's kind of this reciprocity. And yeah, you're very self-reflective, and yeah, and your energy is so open to be transformed by other people, and you transform a lot others. So it's really beautiful. You always create a new kind of energy with your love and your romance. Yeah. People are so attracted to your light. You give off so much light. People are just kind of mesmerized by you. The way you speak, your hair, and you just give off so much light. That's what I'm getting. You just give off so much light. It's so romantic how bright you are, how they can just feel your light off of you. It's romantic just how you share your light. You are an amazing lover. You have love as like a priority in your life. You, love is like being in love, and being romantic is like your number one goal in life. You just are like, what else would I live for besides love? And that what rules your life, and it works for you, and you're so charming. You could be very dramatic. You could cry and boast and complain and a whole bunch of different things and emotions. When you really love somebody and you're really being romantic, you put on a show, and you just let your emotions fly. And it's very romantic that you're this exposing of yourself to the people that you love. People know your romantic energy by how much you give them, how much effort, how much that you just reveal about yourself. But yeah, it's definitely a show and an exposure thing, about that you expose yourself to the people that you love and that you're romantic with. People could definitely lose time with you. Yeah, they could just really like lose the days and lose themselves. Like days could pass by, or the hours could pass by when they're with you, and time flies when you're having fun, you know. And when they're in love and the energy is intense, the hours flies by. They're like, what the heck, it's midnight, like we've been here since 2 p.m. and it's midnight, like just sitting in the same spot talking or something, like, or you have good adventures, and so the time flies by because you're having an adventure. All right, what makes this group so romantic? Oh, definitely this energy. The Magician with the Rumi. Yeah, look at the red. Yeah, you are a magician. I kind of want to put this right here if I don't burn it. Yeah. Yep, that's staying there. Okay. Yeah. You are established in your abilities. And that's very romantic. You are very talented. You have a lot of tools in your tool belt. All right, what makes you romantic? The way that you are like crying in front of people. And I know that sounds weird, but people find it romantic when you allow your emotions to be exposed. Yeah, it's the exposure thing. But exposure to your darkness, your sadness, your grief, when you're moaning and crying, and it's like the sounds. It's romantic that you let people hear these very human sounds that you make. The moaning, the crying, the letting out, the like sighs. It could be kind of dramatic, just being like, ugh. Oh. Okay, that was very sexual. I don't think I'm going to keep that on the internet. You could just be very vulnerable and almost a little performative, but it's like you're performing your humanity, you're performing your authenticity, so that people can feel, and they do, how bold in your expression you are. And especially with the people you love and trust, you express more, and that's very romantic. Okay, what makes you so romantic? What makes you so romantic? Okay, you are the king of emotion. The king of love is what came up with the Rumi book, the king of love. And then you got this King of Cups. So literally you are the King of the King of Love. And male or woman, whatever gender, whatever you want to identify as, the King of Love is the highest position, right? That's the tone of it. It's the ultimate mastery of love. And then you got the Hierophant and the Magician. Like, what? You are traditional in the ways that you're like, your love just feels traditional. Like, people just want to wife you or hubby you. They want to traditionally go through the courtship kind of phase. They want to, the courtship journey with you. There's just something traditional about the way of like wooing somebody over that you do, or that you have this energy about you that people are like, yeah, that's the only way, is to like really do it right. Like, they have to come correct to you, and then you just have a lot to give, lot to balance. You've got the Emperor, the Hierophant, the Magician. You are the King of Love, okay? Like, you just know how to handle. If love was a company, you'd be running that, okay? You know how to balance love and life, and that's it, okay? Alright, you got the Ace of Wands. You're very fiery, very passionate, very creative. Your ideas, your sparks, your imagination, the way you connect with people. You got the Magician and the Wand, okay? You're magical, alright? What else is there? And you're so valuable, and your love turns to value. You make money with your love. You make money with your ideas and your passion. Okay? Alright. What makes you... Whoa. What makes you so romantic? What makes you so romantic? Okay, alright. Your sweetness, your nurturing energy, you're so nurturing. You know how to take care of people when they're sick. You know how to treat people. You know how to nurture. That's it. You know how to start something, begin something, create something with people. You hold space, you hold love, and so much can blossom in that space. You have so much potential. It's like you are the container, and so it's kind of different than just adapting. It's like you can just house a lot of energies, a lot of different energies. So it's not just that you adapt to other people's energies, but you can hold space for it within you. And you also kind of, like, as traditional as you are, you're traditional in ways of like the natural laws of the universe, not the laws of like our society or most society. So you kind of break people's thinking up when they are just kind of just conforming and obedient to the law of the like 3D government that we have here. But then you bring these spiritual, natural ideas in. And so you kind of break up people's existing thought forms and get them back on track to what lines up with more of their soul. Yeah. That's what's so romantic about you, is also your vision. You're very sensual, very encouraging. You have vivid dreams and brainstorming abilities. Your imagination. Yeah. And your sensitivity, your creativity. Yeah. Okay. What makes you so romantic? What makes you so romantic? What makes this group so... Oh. What makes this group 3, Rumi's Little Book of the Hearts, what makes you so romantic? What makes you so romantic? You can take what is broken and you can make it fabulous, okay? It is romantic how you can fix things. Yeah, it's romantic how you fix things, how you mend. Relationships in general take a lot of conflict, breaking things up, and then mending. Yeah, you break things down, you break things up, because you know how to heal and make it into something even more beautiful, more amazing. If you don't know the practice of kintsugi, I'm sure I'm not saying that right, but it is a beautiful philosophy and way to approach things when they're broken. So the fact that you got the fault line and then the repair is so beautiful, because that's how it works. Like, nothing stays stagnant, still. Like, everything is moving, combining and separating. And so you work with that natural law of the universe. You work with the patterns and rhythms of life, and that is so romantic, to be connected with the patterns and rhythms of life. It's like you're connected to the tide of life, of the universe, of Mother Nature. And that's so romantic that you can tap in and tune into people and spirit. Reciprocity, you give back. You're the mirror. You reflect what you were given. And that's so romantic. And then you got the macabre. And it's like you are like helping write your own destiny. And that is so romantic, because you're very authentic with the way that you write the story of the romance that you're in. Like, if somebody's in a romance with you, it's like you are very clear that we are co-authors together. What will our story and adventure be? You give that kind of energy. You talk like that. So it's like very write your own adventure, and it kind of has this gravity and weight to it, but it's also thrilling and exciting and almost intimidating and sexy, and it's also peaceful, because you feel like you can create whatever you want, so you have some freedom, but it's also very full and a little risk-taking, and dramatic, but exciting and thrilling. That's how you're romantic. You're a thrill and adventure. All right. Wow. And then you have these traditional loving values of just security and reciprocity and harmony, and it's just like your classic lover that like Shakespeare would write about. You have these classic stories. Your life is like a movie, and being with you feels like a movie. All right, what makes you romantic? What makes you romantic? You're a muse. Yeah, you hold so much space for vulnerability. You allow people to be so vulnerable with you. They can share their sadness. They can share so much with you. You can take it. You know that goes into a good story. Like, that's how you approach your like advice after they tell you, is like, look, you're gonna survive this, and you're gonna be now a warrior. You have a new badge, a new scar of battle, and you've done it, and you're amazing for it, and you're interesting and intriguing more than ever now. Like, people are like, oh, okay, yeah, my story is just now turning a new chapter. You give that energy. You're a fuel to people's fire. You're a muse. Simply put, you're a muse. What makes you so romantic is that you're a muse, and you're amusing. You dance. The way you dance, your fashion is very romantic. The drama, of course, goes into your makeup, your hair, your fashion, your expression, your behavior, whatever it is. It's aesthetically there too, your personality, and it's just kind of extra. And your flow, and you're colorful, and it's the drama, baby. But you are creating it. It's not like drama of gossip. It's drama of the theater of life, and tapping into emotion and expressing it and letting people see how bold and authentic and intense and creative life can be. Okay? I love it. I love the extra. I love the drama. All right. How are you romantic? How are you romantic? You are intimate. you are forgiving, and you can take challenges. You take on the challenges, you take on the sadness, you take on the story, because you know that it's just a new perspective, a new way of seeing life, and you respect that. And you know that you need that for your inspiration, for your art. You're so romantic about how artsy you are. How being an artist is like a lifestyle for you. It's not just a profession or a hobby. No, it's who you are as an identity, as an artist. You're constantly exposing yourself. You're an exhibit. You're a performance. And it's romantic to be a part of that play. I love it. You're the fuel to the fire of passion. You are the stories that are written about romance. You are intimate. You are accepting and forgiving, and you just love the journey. The journey loves you, okay? So funny. All right, you're a star, baby. You are a star. Like, lights, camera, action. Oh, you could be very romantic on film, and you do romantic things with pictures, photography, photo shoots, video shoots. You send cute videos, or you send cute pictures, or even if it's selfies or pictures of, I don't know, something with the pictures and film and video. You're very romantic with that. Of course. I mean, you dress amazing, so I'm sure. Or at least you behave like, I don't, yeah. Anyway. What makes you so romantic? Last few cards. What makes this group so romantic? Okay, you are, I'm getting kind of like David Bowie in the Labyrinth. You're very sweet. You're a star. You're a beacon of freedom and self-expression and just being bold in your identity. You have this feminine approach to masculinity. Whoever, whatever you are, you have like this feminine approach to masculinity that is it's like if you're a masculine, playing a masculine role in a thing, but you have a lot of makeup, like the Labyrinth, like David Bowie in the Labyrinth. He's so masculine, but yet he's wearing like frilly, tight, it's like Prince energy, where it's a feminine masculine thing, but it's fabulous, or a masculine feminine, it's whatever cross, but it's a performance in itself. It's a contradiction and something to talk about. It's iconic. You are you have deep emotions, deep sadness, deep grief, also deep joy and passion and creativity and expression, and you show the world your true colors. You're not afraid of a fight. You're not afraid to build something, and that's very romantic. You're very, very confident. You got all yellow energy. Look at this. Okay. The golden egg, the bee, the eagle, and the scorpion. Your power, your energy, your potential. Love it. Okay? I love it. Oh, and then you got this. It's the same similar energy. Like, look at these. The sun, the warmth. You have to be like a Leo. Like, it's that energy is just the confidence, the boldness, you put on a show and it's romantic, okay? You go big and bold with your love and your expression, and you announce it, and that's really fucking romantic, to be like, Romeo, Romeo, Juliet, Juliet. Like, it's allowing the world to see it, and you perform for your lover, or you're just a romantic energy. You're not afraid to exhibit for the world, and it is beautiful. And thank you for being you. Thank you for your light and your energy and your warmth and your passion and your creativity and your extraness and your fashion and style and words and intricate, elaborate, over-the-top extraness. Thank you. Okay? All right. I love you. I love you so much. I love you. Mwah, you're fabulous. Okay? I hope to see you again soon. Socials and tip jar down below. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you on the next one, okay? I love you. Mwah. Bye! Alright, if you chose pile number 4, the Find Your Goddess book, this is your reading. Right away, this book is heavier than all of the other ones. The pages are thick, there's a lot condensed, and there's a lot of intense visuals and beautiful pictures. Yeah. So the intricate density of your beauty, your intricacy, your detail, the weight and gravity of your energy is so romantic. It's so deep and full. It is very detailed. It's ornate. It is luxurious. Your energy is dense and rich in a good earthy like gold is rich, gold is heavy. You can feel its value. It's solid in its essence. You're like a thing of gold. You're a, what is it? A brick of gold. She's a brick. How? She's mighty. Yeah, see, you are very curvy, voluptuous, okay? And whether it's your body or your energy, or both, it is full, it is whole, it is thick, it is juicy, it is sensual, it is comforting, it is much. You have muchness, okay? But not like an extraness, it's a muchness. Because you're just gracefully sitting in it and letting the weight of your value and power and essence speak for itself. Okay? You are sexually talented, all right? You are sensually talented. You are connected, tapped in, and turned on, all right? You teach people how to be sexy. You teach people how to perform. You teach people. You could be very dominating, but in a very goddess way, like people worship you. Like that's the kink. Okay, you are a person of Venus. You are Aphrodite, Oshun. You are and a little bit of like Kuan Yin. It's very peaceful, compassionate, and gorgeous, all right? Yeah, you just really know how to do it. You know how to do it, okay? You are very talented. You could be very flexible and soft and strong. Very curvy, very smooth in your movement, in your body. You're very curvy. You're like the waves, and the energy of being with you is like being on waves. You could also be kind of stubborn and unbudging in the best way. Yeah, and then I turn to Kuan Yin. One is meant to forgive and be compassionate. You forgive and be compassionate. You hold to your values. You're very stubborn when it comes to your values, as you should, but you're very forgiving and compassionate, so you're also very tolerable. It's a balance. You go through different phases. You protect yourself. You protect femininity. You protect women. You protect your sense of justice. You're very respectful. And You're a great queen. I mean, what can I say? You're very valuable. You have amazing mother energy. You seem to be timeless. You're very, very powerful. I mean, your soul, they can feel the power of your soul talking and being around you. I mean, you don't even need to talk. And people can feel your energy without you even speaking. It's very romantic. All right? Your power, your passion. I mean, you're the Queen of Wands. Oh, this is from the last group. I'm gonna put her there. You are the Queen of Wands. Okay? All right. So, for this romantic group, I mean, for this goddess group, how are you so romantic? How are you romantic? Okay, the magician card just came out anyway. You are the feminine magician, though. You have many tools and potions and abilities. You know the spells. You know what to say. You know how to brew up something incredible. You can carry a lot. You are very resourceful, and you take your lessons. Okay, so I had to restart the reading because the camera died and my strap broke. So I had to get resourceful, as I was talking about earlier. You're very resourceful. I think you're not you are in your royalty, but you're not like above. You don't act like you're above humanity. But you're very resourceful. You make do with what you have. You can make whatever you have look glamorous or luxurious. But you also kind of command a lot with your energy because you are so abundant and rich and ambitious and truthful and beautiful inside and out. And you just kind of demand or command this, your energy does, of truth and justice and fairness, and to come correct and come with your intuition, your passion, and all this stuff. You bring forth that out of people, and your energy kind of just commands it. So it's a little exhausting to some people, as it should. You don't lower your standards or anything. You just let people come and receive and give or receive when they need to or whatever. But you hold steadfast in your truth and in your frequency. You are the queen. You are royalty. You are very aware and in touch with your spirituality, with your power, with your strength. Yeah, you're just a force to be reckoned with. What makes you so romantic? What makes you so romantic you're just not somebody to mess with. And you know thyself. You could be very in touch with like your inner child, your wise elder self, your inner child self. Like you balance that out very nicely. You're very rich, you're very valuable, and your energy is very luxurious. Okay? Actually, I think I'm done with this deck. Okay. Let's see. What makes this group so romantic? What makes this group so romantic? Makes this group so romantic. This goddess group, so romantic. Your strength, you're a warrior goddess, or you have that kind of energy. Your mental strength, your mental strength, and your emotional intelligence is what is so romantic about you. The way you give, your sense of justice, your sense of equality, your morals. Yeah, you really fight for what's right. You really speak up for what's right. Yeah, your sense of justice, your sense of equality, your principles. The way you balance, the way you reflect energy. You have the greatness card, the way you show off your royalty, the way you can just stand in your power. Yeah. And then you got the emptiness card, which I get this sense of like a castle has a lot of empty space in it, right? Because it's so grand. Like the grandest structures actually have a lot of empty space, and that's because grand structures need to hold grand energy. And so you just hold this space of grandness, of wisdom, of allowing the universe and spirit to work, and you know that that takes a lot of space. That's why it's very Empress energy of being able to hold space for, whoa, okay, I just said that. I just said you know thyself. You got the self card and the know thyself. You are so self-reflective. You know who you are. You know how you operate. You know what you want. You know how to get what you want. You know thyself. And that is so romantic because you come into the relationship knowing exactly what you want. You come into the partnership or the encounter knowing exactly what you want. And your partners, whatever, just find that really romantic, that you are willing to be patient or teach or coach them to get what you want. Because you're a goddess, that's romantic to them. Because you're a goddess, giving you and like you understanding yourself and communicating that is super romantic just in itself. Just sharing that about yourself, sharing your experience, sharing the knowledge, that's romantic. Just sharing your presence, sharing your royalty, sharing your luxury with somebody else, sharing your dreams, sharing your hopes, sharing your life with somebody else, that's romantic. Just sharing your home, sharing your energy with them is romantic. What makes you so romantic? What makes this group so romantic? What makes this group so romantic? The way you share your emotion with people. Okay? And then the truth that you live for, your sense of justice. You will fight for the truth. No doubt. You have the courage. You are a queen. Your ideas, your intellect, your sense of justice. And then you have this fiery passion, this courage. Yeah. What makes you so romantic? Your sense of community, your sense of family, your sense of connecting people together, the way that you're trying to form an environment of peace and resources for other people. Yeah. All right, last cards. All right. All right, what makes this goddess group, this last group, what makes you so romantic? What makes you so romantic? Whoa. Okay, there we go. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay, the way you connect with community, the way that you connect people, connect resources, you network, you you inspire people, you you inspire people. Sorry. Terrible. You could have a cheeky sense of humor, or a little bit like mom jokes or something, or dad jokes, but you're very, very playful and aggressive. You're playful and aggressive. You're intense. Your energy is intense and it's very intelligent, very smart. You connect people, you connect ideas, you can connect like metaphors, and you're a good communicator. You know how to get where people are at in their consciousness and connect it to the lesson or idea that you're trying to introduce them to. You know how to meet them at where they're at and explain things about where they're at, and explain things on the level of where they're at in their consciousness. You can weave together a lot of ideas and concepts together, and that's super romantic, because if you're with other people and you know how to connect different energies and all of the things that they like, or that your experiences with them, like you know how to integrate you two together, or your little community together, it's very romantic. I'm getting this very romantic vibe is given to your community, and you have a really beautiful way of being like at a party and connecting everybody and kind of being the glue and the web behind everything. The word matrix has to do with the word womb, like uterus, and you think of matrimony, matrix. The matrix is the feminine structure, that dark energy, that dark matter, lattice structure that's holding everything together. And that's the cycles, the patterns, the rhythms of life. It's all connected. And you energetically feel that, you're tapped in, and that's so romantic because you're tapped into people's energy, you're tapped into the environment. You can definitely read an atmosphere. You are alchemizing the atmosphere. You're creating the ambiance, the environment. You're networking, you're connecting, you're combining, you're integrating. You are creating a new, beautiful structure and energy. You are so creative because of your sexual power, your confidence, your ideas, your strength, your sense of emotion. Yeah. All right. You really are tapped into your intuition, your tools, and that dark energy, that dark matter is really part of it. Being tapped into the cosmic mother, being tapped into the goddesses, being tapped into that structure that is the feminine energetic web that is connecting everything. Yeah, it's pretty romantic. It's pretty romantic that you're magic. It's pretty romantic. You're beautiful. You are powerful, like a sorceress, a witch, a goddess, an angel, a magician, a warrior, a peacemaker, a healer, a student, a teacher, a mother, a creator. All right? I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me read for you, and I hope to see you again soon, okay? My tip jar and socials are down below if you want to support me further. Yeah, thank you for being here. I love you so much, and I'm so happy that you're part of my community and that I'm part of yours. All right? I love you. Mwah. Bye.